Well, good evening, everybody. Michael Soothing here, and I'm going to do one of those local paper readings tonight. But first, I wanted to talk just for a couple minutes about comfort food. I shared with you last couple times, I'm in an ongoing series of great difficulties in life. Life changes and serious happenings. Very, very stressful. And today is one of the first days I've been able to sit and relax without a bunch of issues. House to myself, nice and quiet. What I do when I'm really stressed about life, I turn to God, I turn to comfort food, I turn to ASMR as well. So even if I'm doing my own, I find that very soothing to just talk to you folks. Now you might be wondering, why is he wearing sunglasses? Isn't it nighttime there? That's a good question. And let me tell you the answer. I don't know. No, I actually do know. Sometimes I get a little photosensitive, and this light fixture up here that I'm using is kind of bright, and this just helps me feel a little less overstressed from the light. But if I don't have it on, you won't be able to see what I'm talking to you about. So that's why. I'm not going to try to do any of those sexy ASMRs that some of the girls do, But the closest I get, see, it's hot here right now. So I have this kind of Hawaiian shirt theme on. But what it is World War II fighter aircraft. And the closest I'm going to get to sexy ASMR is that the fighter aircraft, they would paint pictures like a morale booster of some sexy girl from back home, and they would put that on the front of the plane. Let me show you. So like, which side? This one over here? If you can see it, so you see the girl, and let's see here. I got one in that. Do you see the girl? Anyway, I can't tell because I got these stupid sunglasses on, so I don't know if you could see the girl or not. But that's the closest I'm going to get. As far as what comfort food I've been eating today, I've told you I'm trying to cut way down on carbs. But somebody told me, and they backed this up with science actually, that if you eat a high carb diet, but low fat, maybe some protein, that you can actually lose a lot of weight and keep your energy level high. So I'm going to experiment, and that you should eat things like potatoes, but don't put on the sour cream and the cheese and the butter and the bacon and all that. You just eat the potato. You can put seasoning on it and stuff. So I will make a little watery, like buttery sauce or something and put on there. So I baked a couple potatoes, and I have one here. It's still actually warm from baking it like 2 hours ago, right? But I ate one for dinner, and I had with it a little round filet mignon, it's like 4 ounces, 0.15 kilogram. What does that come out to? Milligram. I actually calculated it wrong when I was telling someone what it came out to in the metric system. But anyway, 150 milligrams, something like that. So anyway, that's one kind of comfort food, is the potato. Now I'm going to measure my blood sugar an hour or two after I eat and take a walk. Make sure it's okay. But what else in potato land? I got here some jalapeno cheddar potato chips. They're really yummy, but what I did was 2 things to keep these diet approved, First of all, I got the one that says 40% less fat. See there? 40% less fat. So what that means is you can eat twice as many of these and then pretend that you're not getting too many calories and fat. So that's how that works out. All right, only kidding. What I'm going to do is keep portion control really, really small when I eat these comfort food potato chips. Should I have one right now? I think I'm going to try one, just a small one. See, that's called portion control, that little chip right there. That's got a nice color, doesn't it? That's because it's jalapeno cheddar. Got a little spiciness to it. I hope you don't mind that I'm eating at the table in front of you while I'm talking. Have you ever been around, like, our parents, the old people, how they used to talk with their mouth full all the time, and it was really disgusting? See, I don't want to be like that. But I think it can be soothing to listen to somebody eat if they're cool about it, right? What else do I have? So with my dinner tonight, I had also a few of these croutons, cheese and garlic crouton, on my salad. Now, these, of course, are high carb, so you gotta take it really easy. I put like 5 or 6 of them on, so I didn't eat a big portion. See, bag is almost completely full still. I didn't have hardly any for you carb cops that are monitoring. Let me show you. They're all still in there pretty much, Only took out a couple. Had some mushrooms and little cherry tomatoes, fresh ones, of course, and put those on my salad to have with my little bitty filet mignon that was about the size of a silver duck. No, it was about the size of, a baseball, I guess. Not too big. And, all right, what else? Here's something I can't eat right now. I'm just showing it to you because I like the sound. It's so tempting, but I'm not going to eat it. That's cocoa nuggets. Very chocolatey. And these are much better than Cocoa Krispies, by the way, even though it's the same type of product. They're little rice puffs. Let's see what it says. I think it says 130 calories there, doesn't it? And how many grams of sugar and carb? Quite a bit. 12. Anyway, these things are so good. But maybe at breakfast, I could have like a tiny micro bowl. Take something like an espresso cup and, put a tiny bit of this in there and a little bit of low-fat milk. Listen to them crackle. If I had any brains, I would have put some in a bowl for you with some milk and let you hear the crackling. But then I'd have to eat it. And, because I wouldn't want it to go to waste. And that wouldn't be good for me. So we'll have to do that when I get down to my target weight. So, cocoa nuggets. Really yummy. Another thing I'm going to be eating, have been eating, here was my salad, and see, I'm kind of lazy, so I buy it pre-made, from the store, all cut up, freshly washed. I still wash it anyway because I don't trust them, but, it's all diced up already and stuff. Just dump it in a bowl and cut up my cherry tomatoes and wash my mushrooms and put those in. Half a dozen of those croutons. A little bit of low-fat dressing, Nothing too heavy. Makes a nice sound. I think that's why I got the lettuce out to show you. just so you could hear the bag, you know. Do you ever like to squeeze things? I do. But I'm not going to tell you everything I like to squeeze. And some of the things I like to squeeze are not available to me right now. Some of them are far, far away. Anyway, then we have, let's see, what else here? We have little applesauces. So this will be my fruit for tonight. And it's a little Mott's natural applesauce. Once again, you know, a little on the lazy side. So I buy these single portions in a little pack. But you know, you get a bonus with this. You know what the bonus is? You get a happy face there. See? So if you're not feeling very cheery, if you're a little down, you get the happy face bonus with that thing. This doesn't work so good. The way the girls do it is much better. Will some of you girls out there make some ASMR with some tapping, please? Like right now, this minute, so I can listen to it later. I know that's a little demanding, you know, but sometimes I'm like that. Because I don't want to have to do my own. It doesn't work the same, you know. It doesn't give me a tingle if I'm doing my own tapping. I have to listen to somebody else's tapping. Isn't it weird like that? Like, could you massage yourself and get the same effect? I don't think so. A lot different if somebody, or if you wanted to, wait, I said I wasn't going to do sexy ASMR, so we won't go there right now. All right. What else? Of course, I told you before, I like the raisins, especially the golden ones. The problem with the golden ones, here's another thing to tap. Oh, that sounds better. I like that better. The problem with the golden ones is they're really high in sugar, even more than the dark ones. So, but they both have this nice looking girl on the front who picks all the grapes, you know. So the sun-kissed girl who never ages. Even over 80 years, she's looked the same. So eating raisins, of course, will keep you young forever. I think it's the flavonoids, or whatever they call that, that's in the grape skin and stuff like that. Those antioxidant. I'm going to have a couple of these. Maybe I should show you. They have a nice color and very pleasing color. See? Let me hold those up so you can see them. Nice golden raisins. And so I'll eat a couple of those. That's dessert now. Now I've had my, my fruit group for today, except I didn't have the applesauce yet. All right. What else? York minis. These are peppermint patties. And I can eat like, with dark chocolate on them, I can eat like maybe one of these. It clears your palate at the end of your meal. So, but I gotta stick with portion control again and just have one. Uh-oh, it fell on the table. I got kind of a germ phobia and I don't like any of my food. But this tablecloth is clean, so I guess it's okay. But here's a little tiny York. Little York mini. See, if I hold it up to the camera, then I can pretend it's really big instead of small, right? Am I out of focus now? Probably. This isn't food or comfort food, but it's sitting here, so I'm going to talk about it. When my mom passed away, she had Alaskan memorabilia because she grew up there as a child. And one of the things I got was an authentic, made by the, was it the Inuits or the Klingets. I don't know. But anyway, this canoe here, made by craftsmen from the northern Alaskan Indians and or Native Americans or whatever the indigenous people that lived up there long before us white people came along and messed everything up. Okay, so actually it's still pretty beautiful up there and unspoiled. I have a little Indian guide that goes in here too, but I don't know where he is right now. But I promise I didn't lose him. And this is very well made. So that's off topic, isn't it? You know, if I keep rambling like this, I'm not going to have time to read the paper. So I better wrap it up pretty soon. And I think I showed you this before, but because I'm so easily distracted, by shiny objects, like a crow or something, And crows are very smart, by the way, very intelligent. Did I ever tell you the story about okay, that's way off topic. So this is interesting to me, this jar of beads, because I like the sound, and I like the colors, and I like the color of the jar even. So if you roll them like this, it's a pretty soothing sound. It's going to be too loud for you up close to the camera, so I'll move it way back here, way down low, then it won't be so loud. Is that better? What a lot of people don't understand about an ASMR video is that it's really hard to get all the sounds modulated down at a low, quiet, soothing level, because when you're making this video, you don't realize just how loud certain sounds are going to become in the microphone compared to the way you hear it in your ear, which is totally different, because they're a different distance and they're a different sensitivity when it comes to the decibel levels of various frequencies. I'm into rocket science and electronics, but if I start talking frequencies to you, you might go to sleep, which is the whole point, isn't it? So I'm really in one of those rambling moods tonight. I told you I turn to God so I have my Bible here, but I'm not gonna let you see my name at the bottom, my real name, because then some hater will come find me and, do something. All right, last but not least, after I take a soothing sip of my usual concoction, libation, my non-alcoholic adult beverage. See, you wouldn't know. If I had vodka in here, you wouldn't be the wiser, would you? But it's actually Dasani spring water. So, which they put secret minerals in to make it taste better. They won't tell you what it is, though. So last but not least, Ghirardelli chocolate. Guilty, sinful pleasure right here. Not the only one I indulge in, by the way, but I can only talk about the PG rated one, or like a friend of mine says that peachy, like peach, like a Georgia peach. I think it's really cute when somebody says that. It has an accent. Anyway, Ghirardelli is a chocolate company real close to here, where I live. They're up in San Francisco. I've actually visited their factory there, and they're quite good. Maybe not as good as, say, Swiss chocolate or some of those, but Danish chocolate, but it's quite good. So this is called Sea Salt Soiree, Intense Dark. See there? And what it has in it is almonds and a little sea salt. And I think it's a nice combination of flavors. Chocolate and, not too much sugar. and the almonds and a little saltiness. You ever have salt water taffy? The combination of the sweet and the salty together. So it comes in these little squares, and there's not really much chocolate in it. So I'm keeping my sugar content very low. Plus it's dark chocolate, so not much sugar and not much quantity. So let's open this thing. I don't like to get it on my fingers, because then I'd have to go wash my hand before I could touch the camera or anything. So I'm kind of anal. See, I've got it wrapped in this little thing here. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to have one little bite of this instead of eat the whole square, you know. That is good. Would it be rude if I just ate the whole bag right now? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm having a mouthgasm right now. Because that is really yummy. I don't know about you, but I love chocolate. Alright, so I think that will wrap it up for the comfort food portion of the video. How long has this gone so far? 22 minutes. Oh my gosh. No time left for the paper. Maybe instead of showing you the paper tonight, I'll just read a little bit of it to you. Otherwise, it's going to take me forever to set this up and edit it. If I do this, I'm going to have to get my other glasses on, though, so I can see what I am doing. Alright, so let's get those off, and let's get these on. Well, that's kind of bright. But anyway, Falcon football, the high school football getting ready to go. Let's see what we got in here. Illegal dumping. I don't think they're talking about what happens in your bathroom when they talk about that. The Santa Cruz board took action to confront the countrywide problem. Oh, county-wide problem. Do I still have my sunglasses on? County-wide problem of illegal dumping. That's really rude when people dump all their trash, over the side of nice hillsides with forest and stuff. So I'm with them on that. Skin cancer, sun safety tips for kids. I heard the other day a new study came out saying if you get 6 sunburns in your life, it triples your risk of skin cancer when you're older. So I was trying to count how many bad sunburns I got when I was young. I think it was about 5, so I guess I'm at high risk, I want to get a tan now, but it's too dangerous. I don't like being all white. I like being tan better. Does anyone do those bronze spray-on things? Is that bad for you? I'm sure it must be. Tell me if it is. Scotts Valley dentist to lecture at academy. That doesn't sound very interesting to me. Say howdy in Mandarin. See there? Say howdy in Mandarin. Who would be saying howdy to in Mandarin, I wonder? I don't know of any Mandarins around this particular area, but they talk about Chinese, South Korean, and some other ethnic Asian nationalities. All right. Ooh, a robbery. We don't get that much. At Wells Fargo Bank. Happened at 2:15 p.m. Wow, Mount Herman Road. This is real close by. A man robbed the victim while she was making a withdrawal from the ATM. Right in broad daylight, and that's a nice neighborhood too, I know it. The suspect, a white male adult. Oh, interesting. They never say the ethnicity unless it's a white male adult. That's weird, don't you think? Was seen leaving in a gray Ford Expedition. Isn't that like a $40,000 car or $50,000 car? So a guy with a $50,000 car is robbing some poor lady of her ATM money? Good grief. Anyway, see, they put it in orange, that particular article. Let's see what else. Wood stove change-out program. You know, it's been hot during the day and very cold at night just for the last couple days. That causes the fall colors to be good. The leaves start turning, you know. Uh-oh. Obituaries. Jose Rafael Santiago. How old was this guy? It doesn't say. Oh, he was 80. I feel better now. 80 years old. My dad's going to turn 80 this next year. And he's quite healthy. I hope he makes it to like 90, you know, or so. As long as he's got all his cognitive functions still intact, which he does right now. He's very lucid and intelligent. Scotts Valley property tax dollars. So are they going to tell me where all my money's going up in smoke? See? Property tax dollar. Let's see what they say here. Redevelopment agency, blah, blah, blah. All I know is they're developing condos like crazy in the area, selling them for $1 million a piece, and we have no water to provide to the residents. So, what can I say? New businesses, a bounce bus. What in the heck is a bounce bus? Let me show you. I don't know what they're talking about, but they say that's a bounce bus. Let me see what it says. Is the paper too noisy? I hope not. For those who commute to work, a charter bus company launches its service on Highway 9 after Labor Day. From stops from Felton to Stanford Hospital. Wow, I work pretty close to there. It's way up in Palo Alto. Wonder if I could get on this bus and stop my miserable commute. Takes me about an hour and a half in heavy traffic to get to work. Somebody's preschool and daycare. Nina, someone named Nina. I have a very good friend named Nina. I talked to her lately because she's the wife of my best buddy that I used to know at work. A guy named Walter. And one of the finest couples I've ever known. And classified ads. Okay, here's an article on politics, you know. When they talk about local district politics, that usually bores me to death, doesn't it you? It's like, we're considering how to do some redistricting, and, you know, we're talking about whether the town square should have a 20-inch bell or a 22-inch bell, you know. And should the sidewalk have a stripe on it, or maybe something, you know, I mean, it's always such boring stuff. So, the water district stuff, you know, everything's about water now, because we have a drought, so I keep telling you that. Oh, just for variety, I'll talk to you for a second about Coffee Cat. Support your local artisan at the Coffee Cat. So my daughter had pictures there because she's an artist. And it's like the Starbucks, only better because it's quieter. Not so uppity either. Instead of people sitting around in cashmere sweaters, you know, who make large six-figure incomes, it's like regular people there, you know what I mean? You know, regular folks. Okay. Visit our store. We got a dog. Is that a pit bull? I don't know. I'm not very good with recognizing dog breeds because, you know, I'm a little Aspie, you know, Asperger. So I don't recognize faces so good sometimes. Even doggy faces. What else? Girls Golf Preview. This is the local sports. And they didn't have much in the paper this week. That was about it. I have another one here from a couple weeks ago that I never read. It's just been sitting in a pile of stuff. And maybe next time we'll go back and do a retrospective. Now they show some kind of marathon, which is the race through the redwoods back in last week, Felton. See there? And cucumber soup. Local foodie has a recipe for a summer dish. With that rooster there, very colorful. Art and Wine Festival recap. I could hear the music all the way at my house for that one. It says it was a big hit. See, Art and Wine Festival from Sky Park is like, it used to be a little airport. And now we have events there instead. My brother Tim, who's a pilot, learned to fly there, little, Cessna planes, and now they can't fly plane there anymore, so they closed it down. And he went into the Army as a pilot, was flying UH-51s, Black Hawk choppers and stuff like that. Very dangerous, actually. He flew in the first Gulf War, he flew in the Panama invasion, and in the second Gulf War. So, did I tell you this before? What can I tell you? I'm getting old. Not really. Still young at heart. And still young in mind. Probably too young in mind. Sometimes I have the maturity level of, a 16-year-old when it comes to some of my thinking patterns. That's more fun, don't you think? You don't want me to be one of those old guys wandering around with ugly pants and black socks and, checked pants and muttering and mumbling and grumbling about politics and stuff like that, complaining about everything. I don't ever want to be one of those guys. Someone who thinks that, music is too loud and no one should listen to it. Bear stories of the Santa Cruz Mountains. This is where I live, and there used to be bears here. My camera froze up for a second for some reason. I don't know why. Something about the write speed of the memory card. I think it going bad on me. It's got a lot of use. Have to put a new one in, maybe. Anyway, there's going to be a museum exhibit all about the grizzly bears that used to live here all the way up to the 1900s. So that sounds kind of interesting. I might take one or two of my kids over to check that out. In up Highway 9 and Boulder Creek. I think I'll check that out. So I guess I got into this paper after all. But I think that's about all I'm going to do since my camera is starting to hose up on me a little bit. I don't remember seeing any crime report in these papers this week. Let me look and see. How come there was no crime? Oh, here it is. See if there's anything interesting from the dispatch log, about the crime. Do you like it better when I point the camera at the newspaper and read it, or is it okay to do it like this for a change? Anyway, a texting-related traffic stop resulted in an arrest for possession of drugs and drug paraphernalia. Amen. Yahoo! Can I celebrate? If there's one thing that drives me insane, it's people texting and driving. They cause accidents every single day in the Bay Area, and we all get stuck in these massive traffic jams. People, put the damn phone away when you're driving. Please, okay? I'm asking nice, aren't I? All right. Now, I'll buy you dinner. I'll buy you a glass of wine if you'll just put the frickin' phone away. All right, anyway. A report of assault with a deadly weapon after a road rage hit and run and was on a motorcycle on La Madrona Drive. Wow. I had a guy last night who almost did this road rage to me. Came flying up behind me in a big pickup truck. How come it's the big pickup trucks that are always the road ragers anyway? Do you think it's because they're angry and the reason they got a big pickup truck is they're not very comfortable with their own masculinity and that's why they're angry? I just wonder. Anyway, I was doing about 5 miles over the speed limit and a guy next to me was doing the same and he came roaring up behind us, got right behind me inches away and then switched to the lane next to me, right behind that poor guy, and then he started honking and screaming, arms flailing out the window, certain kinds of gestures flying in all directions, if you know the kind I mean, and horn honking, screaming at the top of his lungs, flashing his bright lights. I wanted to get out of his way and let him pass, but when I started to speed up to create a hole for him, the guy next to me did the same, because he wanted to get out of his way also. So then we both started to slow down together to try to make a hole for the guy, and that didn't work either. And finally, I sped up, and the other guy was slowing down, and then the guy was able to cut around, came about 1 inch away from each of us, went roaring off down the road raging, arms still flying out the window, screaming at the top of his lungs. And I'm just hoping that guy is sitting behind bars somewhere right about now. But anyway, for some other infraction, let's see, traffic stop for reckless. Traffic stop for reckless driving, okay? And Granite Creek Road by Highway 17, suspect was cited. Someone arrested because they broke probation, substance abuse, let's see. Someone arrested on West Zianti Drive, failing to comply with sex offender register terms. I'm not going to comment. Public intoxication. A fight occurred at the Covered Bridge Park. I showed you that covered bridge not long ago in the paper, and it's really an interesting historical site. But the problem is all kinds of lowlives hang out there and do drugs and cause trouble all the time. Fights and, peeing on people and, all kinds of terrible things. So most of us don't go there because, we don't want to deal with some drooling psychotic screaming obscenities and stuff. So what can I say? Someone had a meth pipe, a juvenile was detained, a danger to himself and others. Are you ever a danger to yourself and others? I try not to be. Somebody had paraphernalia, let's see. Anything interesting here? Intoxication, altercation. I think that means a fight, right? Somebody did $500 damage in a fight. Someone arrested because he had warrants and a wallet stolen. And a female detained for public intoxication. I don't think I'm going to talk about anything else tonight because I've got a long time. And it takes forever to load this footage into Movie Maker and edit it, and I'm not going to do any editing, but if I was, it would take a long time. And then upload it and stuff, save it, and so forth. It takes 2 or 3 hours. Maybe I should go to a lower def format. I don't know. It's not like whatever I'm doing here requires high def, is it? So, I hope you enjoyed our little ASMR for this evening. And let me go back to the nice sound and the nice appearance and the nice taste. You know, I'm going to do cocoa nuggets. Cocoa nuggets. You know what I think I'll do? I think I'll eat a couple of these, actually. No, you know what I'm going to do? See, this bag is so huge, and I don't have anybody living here, so I used to, but I don't anymore. Anyway, I think they're gonna go to waste and go bad on me and go soft. They're supposed to be crispy. So what I'm gonna do is be very decadent and wasteful. I'm gonna pour some of these in a bowl, pour some milk in, and let you hear the snap, crackle, and pop. And then I'm gonna eat like 1 or 2 bites so I don't have too much sugar, and the rest is going to go to waste. Isn't that awful? Is that terrible of me? Will you forgive me if I do that? Because I want you to hear the sound. I mean, they're going to go to waste anyway, because this bag was purchased before I went on my new health program. I'll never be able to eat it all. Maybe I'll give it to my daughter. She likes these. And she can take it to her house and eat it. All right, hold on 1 second. I'll go get the bowl, and we'll try this little experiment with the acoustic sound of Rice Krispies in milk. Just one moment. Be right back. Milk. Got the milk. Find the bowl. It's kind of dark, you know. Find the bowl. Find a spoon. Hold on. I'm coming. I'm going to try to be quiet. All right. Here we go. See, when you're close to the kitchen, I'm going to have to edit out part of this because I don't have any pants on because it's hot. And you're not supposed to know that I don't have pants on because you only see the top half of me. And so I have to pretend that I do have pants on, and so that you won't know. So shh, don't tell anyone, okay? I'll have a sip of this. And I said I wasn't going to do sexy ASMR, and here I am walking around with no... I better be careful not to think any sexy thoughts. What did I just got a little chocolate on my... All right, so... excuse me if I'm a little less restrained tonight than normal. Okay, I hope that's quiet. I'm going to pour my cocoa nuggets into this bowl. Not too many. I don't want to be too wasteful. You know, this would make for a really good rationalization for blowing my normal diet tonight. So I could say to myself, hey, I can't waste that. Children in other nations are starving, and I should not be wasting my cocoa nugget, so I better eat the whole bowl, you know. But that would be a rationalization. My hypocrisy only goes so far, as Doc Holliday said in the movie Tombstone. Or was it Wyatt Earp? I can't remember which one has Kevin Costner and which one has that other guy who played a better Wyatt. What's his name? Common law husband to Goldie Hawn, but they never got married. Kurt Russell. That's it. Kurt Russell. All right. So here's my cocoa nugget. Just in case you don't hear the sound of the milk, I'm going to do some sounds up by the microphone, show you, because, you know, I don't want to disappoint you. I don't like to disappoint anybody. I like to please everyone, especially women. All right, that was a misogynist comment, wasn't it? And I'm not a misogynist kind of guy. Not most of the time, anyway. You ladies out there, Could you send me a miniskirt photo? Oh, I'm only kidding. Don't send me emails or photos, okay? So, all right. See, I never read my email. Anyway, okay. I'm so off track today. So not myself. Actually, I'm so being myself. Unrestrained. All right, let's try this with the milk now. Got my milk here. Is this low fat? Yes. See, it's approved. 2% reduced fat milk. 100% lactose free for you lactose intolerant folks who can't have dairy. Because of that problem, you can have some of this milk right here. So come join me and have some of these nuggets. All right, here we go. Pour in my milk. Now let's see real quick if you can hear this. Hear it popping. Can you hear it? Maybe I need more milk in there. Oh, it's popping, but I can't hear it from far away. I think you can hear it up close. There it goes. Come on, pop. See, when I want it to, it's not going to. But here, let's mix it up a little bit. Maybe that will help. Well, maybe this tastes really good because it doesn't pop as much as the other kind. Because the chocolatey coating is so good. All right, I'll have a bite. Way better than Cocoa Krispies. Oh my gosh. How am I going to dump all this? I'm going to feel really bad. Better have one more. If I eat some salad afterwards, will that offset the effect of all that sugar I just had? I don't know if it will or not. You know how people think they're having healthy food because they eat salad, and then they pour like 5,000 calories of dressing on top of it, and it's got cheese and eggs and all kinds of stuff. Actually, eggs are pretty good for you, so I think that's okay. But I think this will wrap it up for tonight. I think I've done enough foolishness for one day, don't you? I hope this video was soothing to you, and I have to give you my normal advice, which is do not ASMR and drive, because we don't want you to be one of those people that gets in accidents like the phone texting folks, okay? And don't do that either, or I'm going to come after you, you know, and I'm going to make you not soothed, okay? So anyway, love you all, and we'll chat with you again sometime soon, I hope. All right, take care, everybody. Good night.